In the mystical land of Kailash, where the heavens touched the earth, resided the mighty Lord Shiva, the destroyer of evil and the protector of the cosmos. Adorned with a serpent around his neck, his third eye brimming with untamed energy, he sat deep in meditation. But the balance of the universe was about to be disturbed, for an arrogant king was about to commit a grave sin that would shake the celestial order. King Vibhishan of the city of Mahodaya was a powerful ruler, but his heart was tainted with arrogance. He had conquered many lands and believed himself to be above the gods. He had heard tales of Lord Shiva's immense power and wisdom, but dismissed them as mere myths. One day, in his blind pride, he proclaimed, "If Shiva is the Lord of the universe, then let him come before me. If he does not, then I shall declare myself greater than him." The sages and wise men of his kingdom warned him, urging him to show humility. But the king laughed. "If I do not see him with my own eyes, how can I believe?" The great sage Rishi Agastya, a devoted follower of Shiva, could not bear this insult. He closed his eyes and prayed to the Lord, seeking his divine intervention. The air grew heavy, and dark clouds gathered over Mahodaya. Thunder roared across the heavens as the ground trembled. Suddenly, the skies parted, and from the cosmic void emerged Mahadev himself, seated upon Nandi, his bull. His matted locks held the sacred river Ganga, and the crescent moon shone on his forehead. His presence sent a wave of fear through the hearts of men. Vibhishan's arrogance melted away the moment his eyes beheld Shiva's divine form. He fell to his knees, his lips trembling. "My lord, forgive me. I was blinded by my pride." Shiva's voice was both calm and terrifying. "Pride leads even the wisest to their downfall. You sought proof of my existence, and now you tremble before it." The king's body shuddered as he pressed his forehead to the ground. "I seek forgiveness, O Mahadev. Show me mercy." Shiva's eyes gleamed, but his heart was compassionate. "Redemption comes through action, not just words. You must atone for your arrogance." Shiva extended his trident and marked a distant peak on the horizon. "On Mount Shwetachal rests a sacred lingam, imbued with my essence. You must journey there and bring it back, bearing it on your head. But beware, your heart must remain pure. If arrogance creeps in again, you will fail." The king, eager to regain his honor, set out on his journey. The path to the peak was treacherous. Storms raged, wild beasts lurked, and his body grew weary. But he persevered. Finally, he reached the summit and saw the sacred lingam, radiating divine energy. As he lifted it onto his head, a strange feeling crept into his mind, a flicker of pride. "I alone have accomplished this great feat. No other king has carried such a burden." At that very moment, the lingam became unbearably heavy. His legs wobbled and he collapsed. The sacred relic rolled away, out of his grasp. The mountain shook, and a deafening voice filled the air. "You let pride consume you once more." Tears streamed down Vibhishan's face. "No, my lord, I have failed again. What must I do?" Shiva appeared before him, his eyes soft yet filled with wisdom. "Only when humility is true and not a means to an end can you be free from pride." The king, broken and humbled, knelt before the lingam, pressing his hands together. He closed his eyes, surrendering his ego completely. He no longer wished to prove himself. He simply wished to serve. And as his heart changed, the lingam became light once more. This time, when he carried it back to Mahodaya, he felt no burden, only devotion. He placed the lingam in the heart of the city and built a grand temple around it, where he and his people worshipped Shiva with utmost reverence. Lord Shiva smiled, disappearing into the heavens. The lesson had been learned. From that day onward, the city of Mahodaya flourished, and Vibhishan ruled with wisdom and humility. The sacred temple became a beacon of devotion where people from all lands came to seek Mahadev's blessings. And thus, the arrogance of one man led to the enlightenment of an entire kingdom. For in the presence of Lord Shiva, there is no place for pride, only surrender, devotion, and the eternal truth that the universe belongs to him, the Mahadev, the eternal destroyer and protector.